If you're an estate planning or elder law attorney, I know you've heard plenty of buzz around the strategy of webinar marketing. Some say it's the greatest thing they've ever done to grow their practice, but others say it was a huge, time-draining flop. The question for today is, what makes the difference? Why do some see great success while others are disappointed? Hello, I'm Jennifer Goddard, and welcome back to the Marketing Lawcast. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the realities of webinar marketing, what works, what doesn't, and how you can put this powerful strategy to work in your law firm. Now, most of you are familiar with the foundational aspects of digital marketing, websites, and SEO, or search engine optimization. It's true, in today's world, your firm's website better be top drawer. You know the old saying, you only get one chance to make a first impression? Well, that's never been more true than today. When people find your website online, that is their first impression of you. If it's clunky, if it's outdated, if it comes across as amateurish, what kind of first impression are you making? It's very difficult to attract well-heeled prospects who are ready, willing, and able to pay top dollar for your services when your website looks like you just showed up for an important business meeting wearing dirty jeans, worn-out sneakers, and a tattered t-shirt. And when it comes to SEO, or search engine optimization, that's the secret sauce to getting people to see your website. Now, if your website sucks, SEO doesn't matter. In fact, the fewer people who see it, probably the better. But if you've got a great website, the next step is to optimize for search engine traffic. In other words, make sure that when people in your market are searching for your services, that Google shows them your website. That's what SEO is all about. But if you notice something about what I just said, websites and SEO are passive forms of marketing. Your website actually doesn't matter until someone goes online to look at it. SEO doesn't matter until someone goes online and starts to search for your service. So, if your website and SEO are the beginning and ending of your digital marketing, you're spending all of your time waiting for potential clients to discover you. But what if I told you there's a proactive approach that ensures you're not just lingering in the shadows of the web, waiting and hoping? This is where webinar marketing really comes into play. It's about you reaching out and connecting with your audience instead of just hoping they stumble upon you. Advertising webinars on platforms like Facebook can be incredibly cost-effective. Not only does paid advertising rapidly amplify your social media presence, but it is also the doorway for you to engage with people who genuinely need estate planning or they need assistance in issues related to elder law. Imagine having an audience that is pre-qualified even before they reach out to you. Guiding potential clients to a webinar does precisely that. And it allows you to frame the discussion so when prospects call your office, you can have a much more in-depth conversation that doesn't start off with that dreaded first question, how much do you charge for a will? When people open the conversation with a question like that, it's usually because they literally don't know what else to ask. They don't know enough about estate planning or elder law to even really know what their problems or their needs are. But they have heard that they should probably have a will. It should probably be written by a lawyer, and they're scared it's going to cost a lot of money. When you set the frame for the discussion in your webinar, You give them an awareness of real problems and the idea that there are lots of possible solutions. Conversations then are much more likely to revolve around what's driving their current interest in estate planning or elder law. For example, instead of saying, "How much do you charge for a will?" they're much more likely to say things like, "My husband was just diagnosed with a fast-moving cancer. I think we may need to make some decisions quickly. Can you help us with that?" Properly executed webinars can set the stage for these kinds of conversations. Conversations that emphasize the value, the caring, and the expertise that you bring to the table. In essence, they shift the narrative from just a mere transaction, "How much do you charge for a will?" to a conversation about things that really matter. "My husband is sick. I need help to make decisions quickly." There's even more to it than that. Webinars don't just serve potential new clients. They don't just drive leads and revenue into your law firm. They help establish you as the go-to authority on estate planning or elder law in your market. As your reputation and authority grow, so does the level of trust that people have in you when they find you online. And trust is what they need to feel comfortable about reaching out and asking for help. And don't forget about the power of referrals. Financial advisors and other professionals can share your webinar with their clients. It makes it so much easier for them to send you better qualified referrals. But if you're used to relying on referrals for most of your new business or live workshops, will it really be worth the investment to run webinar marketing? Well, let me share just some of the results our clients, estate planning and elder lawyers just like you, have been getting recently. After all, numbers often speak louder than words, and these figures resonate with the power and the potential of webinars. Let's start with Brenda. She is an estate planning attorney in California. Since launching her webinar marketing campaign with us, we've tracked a 20% uptick in lead generation for her firm. So what does that look like? Well, last month, she had 194 leads through her primary webinar. You might be wondering, how much do those leads cost? Well, leads from her remarketing campaign are coming in at less than $5 each. And from her cold marketing audience, they're less than $14 each. Now let's talk about Rudy. He's an elder law attorney in the St. Louis market, and we've gotten him very similar results. He got 177 leads last month. And because Rudy's remarketing campaign is working extraordinarily well, his average cost per lead is just $3.56. Now, Michelle's practice includes estate planning, probate, and elder law. And she has webinars directed at each of these practice areas, and she rotates through them on a quarterly basis. Last month, her probate webinar generated 97 leads at a cost of $13.60 each. From those leads, she booked 18 new clients. So her investment last month of about $1,500 in ad spend netted 18 new clients. And what's the ROI? Well, probate cases, can vary wildly, and sometimes they take months to resolve. So I can't really pinpoint exactly how much revenue those 18 clients will generate. But if we're conservative, and we estimate on the low side $1,000 per case, that's a $1,500 investment to net $18,000 in revenue. That's an ROI of 1,223% in just 1 month. Now, Brenda, Rudy, and Michelle, their stories are not outliers. They are a testament to what's achievable with a well-crafted webinar marketing strategy. Numbers like these underline the fact that when done right, webinars aren't just about getting views, but they're about building bridges with potential clients. So with these kinds of results on the line, I think webinar marketing is a no-brainer. But how do you go about it? Is this a do-it-yourself strategy? Well, I just have one word of caution. It's that old line, don't try this at home, kids. I talk every day to lawyers who have tried webinar marketing, and they were underwhelmed with their results. It's not as easy as it might look. You see, your online webinar isn't just a digital version of your live seminar. Crafting a great webinar that delivers results like these takes a unique blend of art and science to truly captivate and retain online viewers. And in the digital world, things are always changing. What worked a few years ago during the pandemic, very different from what's working today. Building out a webinar marketing funnel means weaving together several layers of technology and expertise, from building landing pages that convert to hosting the webinar video itself and tracking engagement, connecting registrations to your CRM, producing all of the creative assets like ad copy, landing page copy, multiple videos, not to mention the webinar itself, and then setting it all up in Facebook with the right budget, the right audience, and the proper tracking. Then once it's all set up, that's when the real work starts. At Integrity Marketing, we have dedicated ad managers who spend literally hours every week reviewing our clients' ad performance. They check to make sure all the technology is working properly, and then they make decisions about whether to test a new audience, switch up the creative, add more budget. These are dedicated specialists who ensure that our clients' webinars are not just running, but that they are performing at their best. Then, our coaches meet with you at least every month to share the data, to talk about what that data means, to share those insights that we gather from the data, and then plan the strategy going forward. Honestly, it's this kind of management, expertise, and caring that makes the difference between a webinar campaign that's the greatest thing you'll ever do for your practice, or a black hole of wasted time and money. So there you have it. Webinar marketing is a no-brainer for estate planning and elder law attorneys who are serious about growing their practice, but are tired of running all over the countryside and spending crazy amounts of hours hosting live workshops. Webinars are affordable, they leverage your time and budget, they pre-qualify your prospects, and with professional management, all you have to do is keep serving clients.
That's a wrap on this edition of the Marketing Lawcast. Thanks for joining us. Head over to www.imsrocks.com for more growth-focused insights. If you're ready to skyrocket your firm's marketing, don't hesitate to book a free discovery call with our team right on our website. Here's to your success. See you next time.